I'm Brandon Negron, and my capstone topic is coal pollution in Mongolia's capital city, Ulaanbaatar. Air is something we breathe every day, and we need it to live just like we need water to drink or food to eat. Because we need these things to live, it's important that we protect it, such as how we try to reduce air pollution or clean up our water supplies and oceans. If we don't take care of our planet, it could end up unfit to live on like we see here. One of the main ways that our air becomes polluted is through the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, which release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. For people such as the citizens of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, coal is a huge part of the economy, which many families rely on for heat. But the use of coal in the city has led to severe air pollution problems, which is making it much harder to live there as time goes on. It has gotten so bad that the Mongolian government wants to ban the use of coal in order to clean up the air. If Mongolia's government was to ban coal, a big problem arises in that decision. If coal was gone, most families would not be able to afford electric heaters and resort to burning anything else they could find. That would be even more dangerous than burning coal because it could allow dangerous chemicals into the atmosphere. Knowing all this, is it right for the Mongolian government to outlaw the burning of coal? In this situation, the two stakeholders would be the Mongolian government and the citizens of Mongolia. Obviously, if there was no positive reason to use coal in Mongolia, coal would be banned without a second thought. To better understand how big the coal industry is for Mongolia, let's look at the benefits of their coal and mining industry. Coal is one of the largest parts of the Mongolian economy. It is one of their biggest exports, which brings in billions of dollars a year. According to the Mongolian National Statistics Office, Mongolia earned $4.27 billion in 2013 from selling mining products. Coal is also used by the citizens in Mongolia, and in Ulaanbaatar alone, millions of tons of coal are burned each year. Around 1.3 tons of coal can get a family through 1 month of winter in Ulaanbaatar. Families use coal because it is cheap and is one of the only ways, besides expensive electric heaters, to heat a gur, a circular tent which more than half of Mongolia's population lives in. You can imagine that this is a very big reason Mongolia would allow coal to be burnt, since it is a large part of their economy. Getting rid of the mining industry could hurt the Mongolian economy, similar to getting rid of huge U.S. industries such as real estate, insurance, and healthcare. Firstly, in my analysis of the entire situation, I will be forming my opinions rooting from the ethical system deontology and Catholic social teaching. Due to the excessive amounts of coal burnt, Ulaanbaatar's air quality has greatly suffered. The city registers at 2.5 p.m., which is particle pollution, which is hazardous because it allows pollution to reach deeper into your lungs. Most, if not all, citizens of Ulaanbaatar have some kind of lung problem, such as pneumonia. In 2015, 435 children under the age of 5 died from lung problems. The citizens of Ulaanbaatar use this coal because it's the only cheap source of heat to get them through the winter. Even though they rely on the coal, the citizens agree that something must be done about the air crisis. Many citizens who are affected by the air pollution have stories to tell, which puts into perspective how bad the air really is. One example is Batmand Shurgil, a man raised in Ulaanbaatar, who had 2 of his children hospitalized with severe pneumonia due to the pollution. Living conditions in the city became so bad that they had to decamp to a place 24 miles from Ulaanbaatar, where the air would be cleaner. This family had to move out of their home just for cleaner air. Another story from a doctor of Mongolia who makes house calls in a Gur neighborhood. He stated that, "I no longer know what a healthy lung sounds like. Everybody has bronchitis or some other problem, especially during the winter. This pollution crisis is so widespread in Ulaanbaatar that over half the population has lung issues, including children." On one hand, citizens rely on coal because it's cheap and it can get them through the winter, but on the other hand, it's hurting their health and destroying the environment to continually burn coal because of all the carbon dioxide traveling into the air. Looking at the situation from the government's view, they could either ban coal and try to work around some other solution to aid in cleaning the environment, or they could withdraw the ban proposal and continue to allow Mongolia's economy to benefit from the coal market. I was raised as a Roman Catholic, and my church's teachings, along with my parents' guidance, influenced my actions and my ethics as a person. Their teachings are what led me to value Catholic social teaching, specifically, having care for God's creation and giving the poor options. Caring for God's creation is a Catholic social teaching that calls us to take care of the earth. As a requirement for our faith, challenges to a safe and unpolluted earth cannot be ignored. We are taught that the earth is God's gift to everyone, so we must protect it. The citizens who burn coal and the government that allows it must realize that they are harming the earth to the point where they are destroying the gift they were given. Options for the poor and vulnerable are another important Catholic social teaching. The Church instructs us to put the needs of the poor before ours. While the Church would say it's certainly important for Ulaanbaatar to clean its air, the people who rely on the cheap coal to survive in the winter need a clean alternative heat source. These people deserve to become active participants in the life of society, and to do so, they must be given options. A deontologist would agree with banning coal because pollution and harming the earth is disrespectful to the earth. Their decision-making is less on what makes us happy and more on what's doing right. They feel that people have a responsibility and a duty to do what is right, and in this case, it's protecting the environment. Intentions behind actions are also considered by deontologists with their ethical decision-making. One way the government is trying to remedy the situation is moving families out of Ulaanbaatar's Gur districts and moving them into homes with access to utilities, which in my opinion is a very good start to the cleanup of the environment. The more and more people who are moved into houses, the less and less Gur districts will have to burn coal to heat the tents. However, the utilities would likely be gaining energy from Ulaanbaatar's coal power plants. To stop the use of coal completely, the use of solar panels and windmills would be a great source of clean energy to power homes and to clean up the air. One small solution is the Center of Environmental Building and Design and a company called Gur Hub, who are currently looking for ways to improve the installation of Gurs so that they won't need to use coal as often. While having a strong economy is good, citizens' health should come first. Growing up in my family, I learned to value integrity, compassion, and responsibility. These values are an important part of my decision-making of this topic. I know that Ulaanbaatar citizens have no ill intent by using coal to get by, but it is wrong to continue letting the planet suffer. It's horrendous how bad the city's living conditions have gotten, in my opinion. I believe that the Mongolian government would be right in banning the use of coal because of how it's destroying the environment and leading to major health problems for the citizens of Ulaanbaatar. While I do realize that the city's economy relies on the coal market, the excessive amounts of CO2 being released into the air every year is unacceptable. I believe they have a duty to care for themselves and the others around them. Coal may give heat and help the economy, but it leads to many more problems. Many children are dying from the pollution in the air thanks to its harmful effects. They deserve better, and their quality of life and the natural world around them should be held to a higher standard. People should have autonomy and be able to do what they want, but they have responsibilities, and one of them should be protecting the planet that they live on. Burning fossil fuels releases lots of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which is heating the earth. Global warming is largely affecting our planet and is affecting our water supply, melting glaciers, and leading to rising sea levels. Temperatures of the earth will continue to rise each year, and droughts will be much more common. We should care about this topic because we have a duty to protect the earth, or in a couple of decades it will be unsafe to live here.